What's good, mi gente? It's Melanie Moves here. We at you live and direct in Los Angeles for Blacktinidad, where we're gonna be talking about everything that is Latino but Black as F. All right, so first let's talk about it. This is a new term everybody's getting all hype about. What the is an Afro-Latino? And it kind of brings to mind this one time I saw this interview on The Breakfast Club with Charlamagne Tha God. No offense to Charlamagne, but he kind of misconceptualized what exactly is an Afro-Latino, first in an interview with Dasha Polanco, and then in an interview with Amara La Negra. And I guess maybe I can define it for him. And hopefully he knows what it is now, because that was a couple of years ago, and so people are using the term a lot more. And so let's discuss this a little bit, because I find that with African Americans, I have to explain this term a lot. So the short answer is this: Afro-Latinos belong to both groups. They're both Black and Latinos, since Black is a race and Latino is an ethnicity. All right, they're the people of African descent in Mexico, Central and South America, and the Spanish-speaking Caribbean, as well as Brazil and Haiti. And by extension, those of African descent in the United States whose origins are in Latin America and the Caribbean, like me. And the thing that kind of confuses me the most about people's misconceptualization of Afro-Latinidad is the slave trade, because the slaves were in Latin America first, right? So I don't understand how there's not this concept to be understood about Black people in Latin America. And just so you know, there were 12.5 million slaves brought over here from Africa, and only about 400,000 went to the US. I'm not gonna do the math because I'm trash at math, but if you were to do the arithmetic, that's a pretty small percentage. That means that the majority of the Black people on this side of the hemisphere of the world are in Latin America. So shouldn't be that hard to understand what exactly is an Afro-Latino. I figured now it might be good to highlight within Black History Month, because it is Black History Month, Black Latino history. And it's super, super important. And I think the person that I want to talk about today is none other than Arturo Schomburg, who we know as one of the fathers of Black history, and not just Black Latin history, Black history in general. So let's talk about Schomburg. I'm going to read an excerpt from a book, and it is called Diasporic Blackness: The Life and Times of Arturo Schomburg by Vanessa Valdez. And if you want to learn you something, maybe you should go to Barnes & Noble and pick it up. All right, so Schomburg was a Black Puerto Rican born in 1874. He was a collector and archivist whose personal library was the basis of the Schomburg Center for Research in Black Culture at the New York Public Library, and that's in Harlem. He founded the Negro Society for Historical Research and led the American Negro Academy, all the while collecting and assembling books, prints, pamphlets, articles, and other ephemera produced by Black men and women from across the Americas and Europe. His curated library collection at the New York Public Library emphasized the presence of African peoples and their descendants throughout the Americas, and would serve as an indispensable resource for the luminaries of the Harlem Renaissance, including Langston Hughes and Zora Neale Hurston. He was part of the Cuban and the Puerto Rican independence movement, and fun fact, he helped found what we now know as the Puerto Rican flag. So us Puerto Ricans, we be waving that flag for no reason. It'd be like, woke up in the morning, wave the flag. We could thank Arturo Schomburg for the flag that we love so much. All right, cool. So we have a lot more info for you, so stay tuned. We'll be back with more.